Good morning. I know it's Monday, and many people don't like Mondays for some reason. I like every day. As soon as I wake up, I hope you're fine. I wanted to just to contribute a little bit to your Monday morning commute, or maybe you're at work already, and I just wanted to share some thoughts regarding dissatisfaction. I see a lot of it on social media, in particular on LinkedIn, but all social media platforms. They're rife with comments about people being dissatisfied with their lives, their results, their job, not having a job, not making enough money, and putting all this energy and effort into things that don't work. So I want to pitch in on this. Perhaps you will be open today to a different way of thinking. Perhaps you'd like to be able to embrace this dissatisfaction as an opportunity for change. If work is not really bringing you happiness, then you have to look deeper to see what it is you really want. Surely no one has ever come up to you and asked you, what do you want? Normally they tell you what they want. Normally we find ourselves fulfilling somebody else's desires by working really hard and putting a lot of energy into what other people want, but never really focusing on what we want. This causes a lot of unhappiness in people, but for the most part, we bring that to the workplace, thinking that whatever our efforts are daily and all the energy we pump into any daily tasks or projects, that's the only thing that's important in life. Perhaps we're chasing after money, and when that doesn't happen, we think that it's pretty much dead set. It's a certain circumstances we cannot escape. But this is not true. We really are fully in control of what we think and how we act. But this is rarely practiced by the majority of people. I just want to leave you with some thinking points for the beginning of your week. I see a lot of negativity on social media, especially for folks that are not happy with their jobs. And on LinkedIn, I see it practically daily. Someone is going on a rant about how they worked really hard for something at work and they got little or nothing in return. And the first question I want to ask you is, did you learn something? Because if the employer is not really coming up to you, developing you, and by that I mean if they're not offering or compelling you to train and become better, then that means they don't want you to advance. If they don't want you to advance, then maybe the quality and the quantity of your work has suffered. Maybe you settle into a comfort zone where you thought that you were working really hard to do something to be better, but you really never really made that stretch. You didn't make it into a goal, so you never changed. And lastly, thinking that a job anywhere will be a sense of security and will provide you security. As long as we show up, money will come. So money should not be ever the objective of going on to the workplace. Money should never be the object of doing anything. Money is something that we attract when we change our mindset. So Buckminster Fuller was an amazing man. There's one quote that I always go back to as a source of becoming grounded in this thinking, is that you never change things by fighting the existing reality. So instead, to change something, you have to build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete. When you settle into a comfort zone at work or in a relationship, in anything you do, that's the trap. Everything goes on in the mind first, and then it manifests in the reality in the physical world. Look around you. Look at everything that dissatisfies you today and make a note. Maybe take a few minutes by yourself where you have some privacy and you can actually reflect on this, and maybe even write a list. I do lists. Maybe you can do Venn diagram. I like Venn diagrams. If that's your thing, just write it down, pen to paper, and write down the things that dissatisfy you, and write another column, the things that you would love to do. Maybe you're in the wrong place. You have the right the right skills, they have the right experience and the desire to do something, but you're not in the right place. You're the only one who can make that change. Instead of being the victim, you should be the victor. Instead of blaming, you should be doing your best to escape this mindset of limitation. So start today. If you're dissatisfied, start with one thing that most people don't practice: gratitude. If you feel inclined to post something on social media that's negative, invent your frustrations, then try to flip it on its head. Perhaps you could try, I know I'm losing the job. I know I'm moving on to other things and I don't know where I'm going, but I am grateful for having been given the opportunity. Once you put that behind you, then you can begin to grow. This is a Manifestation Monday. I don't know if this is going to be a usual thing for me, but I have a podcast. You're more than invited to join me Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Spreaker.com. I'm also on SoundCloud. I believe in Apple, but I haven't checked yet. It's a relatively new addition. And I also have 2 YouTube channels. You can look them up in my bio. And I welcome you to subscribe. And I mean, there are good things in for you out there in the world. You hold the biggest real estate in the entire universe. That is your mind. It's time that you gave it the opportunity to express who you really want to be. And I'll leave you with that. Happy Monday, happy week. Just be grateful. I know I am.